Good morning, Pastor Steve here. Look at 2 Kings 5, beginning with verse 13 here. Naaman's servants went to him and said, "My father, if the prophet had told you to do some great thing, would you not have done it? How much more then when he tells you, wash and be cleansed?" So he went down and dipped himself in the Jordan 7 times, as the man of God had told him. And his flesh was restored and became clean like that of a young boy. Did you ever wonder if your words make a difference? Look at these servants here. They didn't preach a sermon. They didn't hand out a tract. They just said to their beloved master, "Master, this man has offered you a simple cure." You ponder that. I read a story of a woman who always went to evangelistic meetings in her church. She sat in one meeting. She could see that the man next to her was fidgeting and wringing his hands as the altar call was given. She leaned over to him and said, "I'll go if you will." Well, the man got up and made his way forward with this old woman and received the blessed Savior. The pastor smiled and then later asked, "Millie, how many times have you done that?" She said, "Oh, Pastor, God knows, but I guess there's probably been 40 or 50 that I've walked forward to the altar in my lifetime. I'm not an evangelist, you know. I just helped them over the edge." I'm not sure of the veracity of that tale, but I heard it years ago, and I love the thought. She was like the servants here, just doing her part. My dad told a story I know to be true. In one of the missions conference that he attended, there was a pastor was telling the story of a guy who went to his church, and this man was a brilliant mathematician, but he was shy, couldn't really speak very well, had problems sharing. He said, "We had a challenge to reach out and use what God had given you to try to reach other people." And the man went out feeling convicted. He said, "God, I want to help. I don't know what to do. I'm just not confident." So he got home from the meeting that night. He was kind of head down, walking his yard, and all of a sudden a football comes sailing across the fence from the father and son who were playing next door, playing in the yard. He caught it. He said, I threw it back. It was a perfect spiral. He said, "First time I ever threw a football in my life, but it was perfect." He said, "We played 3 corners for a while." Then the kid said, "This was fun, man." He said, "But I got to go in. I'm flunking math." He said, "Math? How about if I tutor you?" And for the next period of time, I don't know how long it was, this boy and his sister came over, and they were tutored. One day, the mathematician said to these kids, "Hey, look, our church is having a youth function. Would you be interested in going?" And they said, "Yeah, sure." They came. And as time went on, they kept going. And they both came to know the Lord as their Savior, and their mom and their dad saw the change in them and came to know Jesus too, just because he used what God had given him. The simple gifts that God was giving him. You ponder that, Pastor Steve.